Pushups in the first heat, 11 minutes. Second the time she got off a little bit before that, so Dunlap's going to have to push if she wants to catch Pushups, who went unbroken on her final set chest of our pull-up. 11:03 is the time to beat. Danielle Dunlap is going to have to hurry to chase that down. 15 chest of our pull-ups, so that she closes with a final cork tank push. Emily DeFeo in lane 2, left side of your screen, the purple shorts pushing her torque tank back down. She will start her 15 chest to bar. Danielle Dunlap has yet to come off. And she's going to have to hurry if she wants to overtake Pushups. She has 10 seconds to get back down the floor and across the finish line. The next best time unofficially is 11:25. So Danielle Dunlap looking a lot better. Second right now in the event, and she will do it. She's a piece of equipment that is brand new to competition. It is the torque tank.
Yeah, just another way that growth fitness is changing the game, innovating and finding ways to make the competition better. The torque tank, magnetic resistance keeps the resistance constant throughout. Actually winds it up a little bit the faster you go. And then you're also going to have that with chest to bar pull-ups and speedier calories.
Lane assignments for this third and final heat presented by CBDMD, and two of the young rising stars in the sport will be competing right next to each other. Haley Adams and 17-year-old Olivia Sulek.
Haley Adams, the young athlete, came right out of the teenage division and right into the games as an individual. Back-to-back top 10 performances, certainly impressive. And then to her left, Olivia Sulek, a young athlete that's trying to follow in Haley's footsteps. She has won the 14 to 15 division. She still has another year in the teenage division if she so chooses. They're trying to make a mark on the individual competition now.
Just about everybody pretty even on that initial torque tank push. Haley Adams looks like she's going to get it done first, along with Jess Griffith and Megan O'Donnell at the other end of the floor. Now we open up and settle in with 45 calories on the scale.
There are a few tests that Haley said she was excited to tackle this week when we chatted with her on occasion. She kind of had a wry smile on her face when she talked about this one, and just the length, because she likes some of the longer tests as far as getting onto the machine and getting some gymnastics working in chest to bar pull-ups. I think the fact that you talked to Haley Adams at the beginning of the weekend and said, hey, you know what, in the max snatch, you're going to be top 10, she would be ecstatic. She was 9th coming out of that event. She is flying high.
Big thanks to Noble, Just the Horns. Visit nobleproject.com/CrossFit to stock up on the training essentials and be the first to access the CrossFit collection. Sign up for the Chipper Noble loyalty program, where CrossFit athletes receive bonus points with their first order. There is Amanda Barnhart working through her 45 calories. Barnhart coming in with 80 points, tied for 6th place overall. If you think back to 2018 and what she did in that chaos event when she was on the slug, this seems like an event that would really stack up well for her, and she's worked on that upper body pull.
Yeah, the power output she put into that snail made it look like hers was empty. Passing multiple, probably 3 to 4 athletes in that final run-up. But one of the things that you mentioned in the offseason, she is focused on upper body pulling, the upper body gymnastics, and you have a great opportunity to test about how that progress is going when you have 90 chest to bar pull-ups here in this workout.
Top time still belongs to Rebecca Pushups. 11 minutes and 3 seconds. She did that in the first of these 3 heats. This is the third and final heat for the women as they close out their opening day of competition.
And this is a talented heat. 6 athletes in this field in this final heat that have individual games experience. What we've seen in the previous heats, half of the athletes so far failed to finish underneath the time cap. So it's not just about trying to have a good performance. You want to make sure you get underneath the cap to guarantee you a top spot.
Tia Toomey's judge's hand goes into the air first. Haley Adams' judge's hand in the air shortly after that. Adams and Toomey are basically neck and neck. Barnhart's judge's hand is in the air. Brooke Welch's hand is in the air. Haley Adams in the sled, parking the torque tank first. And now here comes Tia Toomey.
I like what Tia's doing. Notice that she's not putting her hands on the sled. She's kind of situated her shoulders up against the front. She's letting her arms rest. to chalk it up while she's going. It takes one less little piece of transition to go. And especially with the cumulative effect on the arms, letting them rest while you push the sled and hang and get some of the blood out of there that's going to pile up, that's huge. That's a veteran move right there.
And Tia Toomey looking to work her way up the leaderboard, 5th place overall coming into this event. Haley Adams on the right of your screen, 9th place overall. She's tied with a ton of other athletes at 68 points, so she's trying to separate herself from that pack here. 45 chest bar pull-ups, and then there's another 40-foot core tank push down. And back on the skier for 30 calories as Haley Adams takes a break.
3, 2, 1.
Tia Toomey continuing to work here, and now she is tied in 1st place. 45 unbroken chest to bar pull-ups with a 4-time finish woman on earth, and back down the floor. Here comes Haley Adams, though, keeping the pressure on Tia Toomey.
Well, I'll tell you what, after watching Tia rip off those 45 chest to bar pull-ups and also pushing the sled without her arms, I think you're going to see a lot more people copy that strategy going forward.
Now, Brooke Wells back on the sled as well, and she's not using her arms.
Must be a little insider trading going on between the Proven Fitness crew, sharing some tips and tricks.
Brooke Wells is in, and she is solidly in 3rd place in this event. Wells tied for 6th, 80 points coming into event number 2. Now, Fisa Goffey is back on the Jordan tank, Amanda Barnhart, and Jess Griffin.
Fisa Goffey highlighting just how much of a difference good chest to bar pull-ups can make and how big of a difference they can make here. She's one of the last athletes to the pull-up rig. Might have been the last one in this heat, actually. Managed to move up 4 to 5 spots just from that first set of 45 chest bars.
The 2 pull-up renders now with Tia Toomey, who got through those 45 chest bar pull-ups in a crazy amount of time. Tied for 3rd place after the opening event. But if this continues, it won't be long before she's at the top of the overall leaderboard.
Much like we saw with Mayhem, kind of having a less than ideal performance in that first test and coming out just all guns blazing in the next event. I think we're seeing something similar here with Tia Toomey. She's in 5th place, yes, still in a qualifying position, but I think she expected to win that first event. So not being in the top spot overall, she was fired up.
Toomey with 1 calorie to go. Haley Adams stays in 2nd. She has 3 calories to go. Toomey back onto the torque tank and once again employing that technique that has worked so well for her so far. Working her way back down the floor, 30 chest to bar pull-ups a week once she gets to the pull-up ring. Chalking up her hands on the way. I mean, it's just stuff like this that makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, you've seen her chalk up, you've seen her reset her gymnastics grips as well. All of those little things cost precious seconds traditionally during the transition time. She cuts them out, and that's just the mark of the champion, right? You're willing to do the research and your homework down to the minutiae to give you the slightest edge.
Haley Adams chalking up as she gets to the ring. Adams just trying to stay in 2nd place here behind Tia Toomey. Talking about the current champion, the reigning queen of CrossFit. Her heir apparent might be on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like Haley could be the next athlete in line to take over once Tia decides to step aside from the sport. Take nothing away from Tia, though. She's still got a lot of work left to do, and she's well on her way.
And just went unbroken on 30 chest to bar pull-ups. She has done 75 chest to bar pull-ups along with 75 calories on the skier.
This is just one of those performances that she seems just superhuman, right? Because she doesn't look tired. She looks casual, calm on her face, right to the skier, quick transitions, no hesitation.
Here comes Haley Adams now, still in 2nd place.
It's one thing to be stronger, a little bit more skilled. There's a whole other thing just to have that massive engine, that massive gas tank underneath it to fuel it all, to where there's no letting off the gas pedal in this test for an athlete like Tia Toomey. And it's mind-blowing sometimes.
15 calories for Tia Toomey on the skier, then back down the floor for 15 chest bar pull-ups, and then 1 final core tank push across the finish line. The time to beat belongs to Rebecca Fuselier, but probably not much longer. 11 minutes, 3 seconds. She put that up in heat number 1, but Tia Toomey is waging an all-out assault salt on that right now. And Tia Tumi, with 1 calorie to go, is done.
She's about a minute ahead of the pace that was set by Pushups in the earlier heat, so barring disaster, she's going to cruise her way to the finish line.
2 calories remaining for Haley Adams, who remains in second place. Anna Chapman is working her way back down, but she just finished her round of 30. She's in the all black there in the middle of your screen. Fisa Gaffey in lane 7, just past on the left side of your screen, is Tia Tumi will unbroken on her set of 45, unbroken on her set of 30, and we're going to go unbroken on 15. And Tia Tumi back onto the torque tank and is going to absolutely demolish the time to beat, lock up 100 points, and her first event win here at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge. And not even breathing hard.
I mean, what Pushups did in the early heat was certainly impressive, but then to look up to the scoreboard and see that Tia Tumi went unbroken, beat you by nearly 2 minutes, that's an order of magnitude ahead of the rest of the field.
And this is huge for Haley Adams. Again, she was in that big pack of athletes who were tied with 68 points for 9th place. Second place in this event is worth 96 points, and Adams is in, so that will help her separate from that pack and also move possibly inside the top 5 as we head into the weekend. Brooke Wells is on her final set of chest and bar pull-ups. But Brooke Wells is very good at this, and she's breaking them up. That's just how insane what Tia Tumi pulled off really is.
And Brooke Wells, Haley Adams, both athletes in the final 5 last year in Olympus. I mean, you're talking about the fraction of a percent at the top of the sport, and still Tia is blowing them away. It's hard to see where the ceiling is, which is every time you take the board, you see some improvement in some shape or fashion. And this is still a tremendous performance from Brooke Wells, because she might beat the top time in the earlier heat in Pushups, so she's outside the top box. This is a huge finish for her as well.
And she's another athlete who is tied on the overall leaderboard, 6th place overall. Brooke Wells with 80 points coming into this event. She'll finish 3rd. And that will be good for 92 points. And now Fisa Gaffey able to make up some ground. She will come in. And Fee will take 4th place unofficially in this event. That will be good for 88 points for her.
That's a huge finish for Fisa Gaffey.
And now a race between Amanda Chrissy Eckelbarger and Jess Griffith. Eckelbarger is going to win that. Griffith is in. Now Amanda Barnhart is still on the floor working through her chest and bar pull-ups. She is done. Barnhart back onto the torque tank.
And she's still pushing that torque tank with no problem. It just came down to the chest of bar pull-ups, the upper body pulling strength again.
And she is now across the finish line. 12-minute time cap quickly approaching. All these athletes now just trying to get as many reps as they possibly can in the final 10 seconds here. That's Megan O'Donnell in lane 2 on her final set of 15 chest and bar pull-ups. And that will do it for women's event 2. And we shouldn't be surprised, but I'm still a bit shocked at what I just saw. Tia Tumi smashing that event and picking up her first win here at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge and earning 100 points in the process.
Tia Tumi goes unbroken on that first set of 45 chest to bar pull-ups, and really that was the separator from the outset. You know, she was utilizing that strategy of letting her arms hang, being able to chomp, reset her grips while she was pushing the sled. No wasted movement whatsoever. Gives her the edge. She was still pulling away on the speed calories as well. Unbroken the entire way, no hesitation. Comes out, makes a statement in this event, and a top finish for a 4-time reigning fitness woman on her.
Tia Tumi
matches, Rebecca Fuselier's time by nearly 2 minutes to pick up the event win, 9:04.46. She and Haley Adams, the only two athletes to go sub-10. Brooke Wells will finish third, followed by Fisa Gaffney. Fuselier falls down to fifth. Still a solid result for her. Danielle Dunlap takes sixth place. Let's go down to Nikki Brazier, who was with Tia Toomey.
So a brand new implement, that torque tank. You seem to set the standard of kind of letting your arms rest or putting your shoulders on it. What did that allow you to do to come in first here?
Well, throughout transitions, I was able to chalk up, and I think it just allowed the arms to take a little bit of a break. So, you know, using the whole body. I looked at it as more of a lazy way of doing it, you know. But hey, it worked, and it definitely gave me the rest required in order to get through my ski and also through my chest bar.
Yeah, and those chest bar in big unbroken sets, how much of your strategy sort of revolved around that?
You know, obviously 45 reps, 30 reps, that's a lot. But in hindsight, it was only 3 rounds, so I knew immediately I was going to get somewhat of a rest afterwards, so I thought just go for it. Sometimes you just play with that line as well, sometimes you don't have it, and you may have to break it up, but today, it worked out.
Yesterday when we chatted, you mentioned that being out here in front of a crowd is really what you live for, being able to come out here and perform. How much of that are you feeling now that you've got this events under your belt?
Oh my gosh, it's because of this crowd that we're able to come out and have so much fun and, you know, put up some numbers. I'm sorry I didn't get my 2:15 of the Hail Mary, but whatever. Next time.
Great job so far, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
First event win for Tia Toomey here in the Mid-Atlantic Profit Challenge, and probably not her last. The women are done. The men will close things out here on day number 1 when we return to the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge.
Round 7. 4 more rounds left to go. Two.
Day one of the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge rolling to a close here as the men will finish things up for us. The second and final event for them here on this Friday. Thanks so much for being with us, everybody, inside the Thompson Bowling Arena on the campus of the University of Tennessee. I'm Sean Woodland with Tommy Marquez and Nikki Brazier's on the competition floor. Event number 2, the Need for Speed 2, presented by RAM. And this one features a brand new piece of equipment that we have yet to see in competition, the torque tank.
Yeah, we got a little taste of it in the women's division. That torque tank, you're going to have to push it down 40 feet and back between each movement, but you're also going to do 45, 30, 15 calories on the skier and chest to bar pull-ups.
Leg assignments presented by CBD MD. Adam Clayton will be in lane number 4. He's looking to make up for the disappointing performance in event number 1. And we're underway. 40-foot torque tank pushed down the floor to start this event, and then 45 calories on the skier. That's Tristan Foray in lane 10. You just saw him move out of view on the right side of the screen as we work our way down the line here. 10 athletes in those first of 3 heats. Adam Clayton in a black shirt on his 45 calories. Luke Parker next to him, Sean Gordon, and then finally Max Cutler on lane number 1.
Really, unless your name's T2, this first 45 calories is really just a setup to get loosened up, get the heart going, get the lungs going. Then you really start to put the gas pedal down as we get to the chest to bar pull-ups.
If you're just joining us, Tia Toomey won this event for the women and went unbroken on every set of chest to bar pull-ups, the set of 45, the set of 30, and the set of 15.
Yeah, that'll do.
Want to thank one of our partners for this broadcast, Whoop. Unlock yourself with 24/7 recovery, sleep, and strength insights from Whoop. Visit whoop.com/CrossFit and get $30 off your membership today.
We got Mark Hutchinson in lane 7. This may be the first heat, but right now, he's in 3rd overall. Remember, he was one of the select few athletes. Well, I wouldn't say select few, because we had more than anticipated that snatched 300 pounds, and he did so from the first heat. He holds on for another strong performance. We'll resort the order at the end of the day. We'll get to move up into a different heat.
Now, Hutchinson with 96 points coming in. He's in a 6-way tie for second. After we saw those 300-pound lifts just raining down before one after another in that final heat of event number 1 for them.
3, 2.
Sean Gordon back onto the torque tank. Adam Klink is also there as well, and Klink is in the lead on the right-hand part of your screen, and Klink will get to work on the 45 chest-to-bar pull-ups. Vincent Batista is lane 5, and also Mark Hutchinson, we were just talking about in the white and red shorts, also working his way back to the ring. A lot of bigger guys in this heat, above 200 pounds, and they're going to love that torque tank, but when you get them rig shakers up there on the pull-up bar, things tend to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, sure, they got to be careful. They're going to loosen the screws on that drum with all the weight that they're shaking up there.
Adam Klink taking a break to chalk up. 45 chest-to-bar pull-ups, and it's back on the torque tank. They push it back another 40 feet, and back to the skier, now for 30 calories after this. 12-minute time gap in this event. This is the opening heat here, first of 3 for the event, their second and final event of the day. Klink back on the torque tank, and he will maintain his lead over Sean Gordon, lane number 2, wearing that black shirt on the left of your screen. Klink back and work for 30 calories on the skier. It's a Batista in lane 5, is in 3rd place. And Luke Parker is in 4th. He and Mark Hutchinson fighting for that spot.
I think Clink's got a little something to prove here after he finished an uncharacteristic dead last in the 8-mile event. Only snatched 225. Something we're not used to seeing from him with heavy barbell. So I think he's, looks like he may have wanted it to come out hot and try and push the pace here to start close the day for one.
Yeah, I think a lot of attention a while back when he completed that 500-pound back squat and a sub-5-minute mile the same day challenge.
And interestingly enough, one of the things that got tossed around about adding to that challenge, just to kind of round it out, was the gymnastic movement. They were talking about putting 50 pull-ups unbroken into that mix just to spice it up a little bit. And Clint went out and did it anyways. So clearly he's got some fitness in multiple capacities.
30 calories that need to be completed here on the skier before Adam Klink and company will get back on the torque tank and work their way back to the ring for 30 chest to bar pull-ups. With Adam Klink maintaining his lead, the judge's hands in the air. He has 3 calories to go on the skier. Klink is done. And now starting to widen his lead. Sean Gordon, who is 2 lanes away from Adam Klink, was close to him at the end of the first skier, but now Adam Klink all by himself in first place here. And as you heard Tommy mention, coming into this event in 30th place overall. After that dead last finish in event 1, now here comes Sean Gordon.
Klink also opted to push the torque tank without utilizing his arms. Save a little fatigue, let the arms rest a little bit, shake him out while you're pushing the tank.
Mark Hutchinson is the 3rd man back to the ring behind Sean Gordon and Adam Klink. And Vincent Batista in lane 5.
Luke Parker, center of your screen there, also was making a move a little bit. Behind Mark Hutchinson, he's the next highest ranked athlete overall on the leaderboard in this heat. He is 14th after the snatch.
Got it? All right, last round.
Klink back to work on a set of 30, final couple of reps for him. And now he's back on the torque tank and back down towards the skier. 15 calories he needs to complete on that. Adam Klink maintaining his lead, and he needs this. 100 points to the winner of this event, and Adam Klink would love to just finish inside the top 5 and start working his way back up the leaderboard.
Well, now you know it's officially a CrossFit event because it just popped the top.
What's the official time on that? Can we get that?
It's about 6 minutes and 40 seconds too late.
Luke Parker staying in 3rd place behind Adam Klink and Sean Gordon. Sean Gordon now on the left of your screen. Also working on his final 15 calories on the skier. So it's Adam Klink on the right who has had the lead since the very beginning of this event. Now his judge's hand is in the air. 4 calories to go for Klink. Klink is done. 40 feet back down, Adam Klink maintaining that lead and continuing to build on it. Sean Gordon is now done with his 30 calories. He stays in 2nd place. Mark Hutchinson and Luke Parker. Parker still on the skier there at the bottom of your screen, fighting for 4th place. The 3rd place, I should say, in this opening heat. The first of 3 heats of the 2nd and final event of the day here at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge for the men. Luke Parker is done, Mark Hutchinson is now done, and they are working their way back to the ring for the final time. Now 15 chest to bar pull-ups. Adam Klink is done, and Adam Klink is going to set the early mark to beat. And bouncing back from that disappointing performance in event number 1, and he is in 8:11 unofficially for Adam Klink. Here comes Sean Gordon.
4, 3.
Gordon, also a man who needs some points here. He came into this event tied for 25th with 16 points. Here comes Luke Parker. Parker is in. Mark Hutchinson is across. And in lane 6, Matthew Green back to the skier for his 15 calories. About 3 minutes to go before we hit the time cap.
I don't think we'll see as many male athletes butt up against the time cap just because they kept the calories standardized for the men versus the women. The average male athlete being 30 to 40 pounds heavier, they'll be able to make that flywheel on the skier come a little bit faster.
Vincent Mattia just came in. That's an Austin Edelbach. And now in lane 1, that's Matt Cutler. Out of Frontline CrossFit.
What's the self-performance of the first event? He's a very good rider, top 10 in the Atlantic regional, 2018, maybe behind one of those last place qualifier spots. So he really needs a strong performance here to get the reward.
And what I know before was you were sponsored, you know, you wish to take me off the line.
Oh yeah, he avoided disaster in that first event. Remember, he missed his first 2 attempts on the snap, and he took Valley after the final one to get a good rip on the board.
17 underway, everyone trying to chase down Adam Blake, who won the open lead with an unofficial time of 8 minutes, 11 seconds. 40-foot foot thing pushed down the floor. Now 45 calories on the skier. It's got to make 2 minutes. And you got whatever it takes for the best selection of CrossFit Essentials from all your favorite brands that you get at fitness.com/CrossFit. The shop lists the fitting training collection. Plus, be sure to check out this preferred prices.
4207.